Let's create some structured snippet assets, formerly known as structured snippet extensions. My gosh, that's hard to say. So timestamps below, along with some other helpful links and resources, including a link to our Google Ads playbook to help you with building out the rest of your campaigns. And of course, a detailed audit checklist of how to actually start optimizing your campaigns to make sure you're lowering your cost per click while increasing conversions. Now, when it comes to structured snippets, the best way to think of them is as a menu or catalog of services. Unlike some of the other ad assets, we're specifically talking about a specific product or service and different aspects of it, or just a general menu of whatever it is that you're offering. And so as you can see with this example, the moving company has different ways of saying, we move stuff when you need it moved, right? So let's go ahead and jump over to these examples here. And so these are just some different ideas of what you could start to kind of brainstorm and think of when it comes to creating your own structured snippets. For example, a travel agency would showcase the different destinations that they book through, or a restaurant could talk about the different menu items that they have or different cuisines that they have, or a e-commerce store could talk about the different shoe brands that they have or watch brands that they have, whatever they are offering. And so just think of this as a menu, a catalog, or more details on the specifics of the types of products or services that you offer. So Google does help us out with figuring out what to actually come up with. So let's jump into the interface here. I'll go ahead and click the blue plus button under Assets, Ads and Assets, blue plus, and then we'll go ahead and click on Structured Snippet. And once we do, we can choose to have this at the account level, campaign, or ad group. Now for this particular one, I'm going to go ahead and say campaign because structured snippets are specific to a product or service. And of course, we should have a separate campaign for each product or service that we have. So I'll go ahead and select the one that I have here, click on done. We have our demo campaign, and then we can go ahead and select header type. So this is important. This is all the options that we have available to us because this is what's going to show up in the header section. So as an example, I'll go ahead and choose service catalog, and you'll see that it says service catalog, right? So we do need to make sure that we choose a option here that makes sense for our business because it's going to say service catalog. So let's say Facebook Ads Agency here. We'll just go ahead and drop in a bunch of different platforms that we work on. So maybe someone really wants Facebook ads, but they want to know if the agency also does Instagram or Pinterest for whatever reason. I shouldn't have said Instagram, duh. I mean, if you do Facebook ads, you better do Instagram ads. So let's say Reddit ads for some reason, or Twitter or something like that. So of course we could go ahead and put in all the different services that we have. Google is going to choose which ones show up, right? So just because we put like 20 here, I don't think you can put 20, I've never tried, but just because you make this really long list doesn't mean every single one's going to show up. Google's going to decide what shows up under the service catalog here. So I'll go ahead and click over to show you what it looks like on desktop. And so you'll see we'll have description 1 and 2, and then you see you have Google Partner, ROI, contract-free, account ownership. Those are actually callouts. And then we have the structured snippet. And so sometimes the callouts will show up beforehand, sometimes they don't. That's why when you're creating these ad assets, always create them as standalone because you don't know what other assets are going to be combined with them. So with that, we can go ahead and scroll down here. We can go ahead and click on Save. And then if we want to see our structured snippets, we just click structured snippet up here, and you can see that it's been saved as one group. And so if you want to make different combinations of structured snippets for different campaigns or different ad groups, then you can go ahead and do that and be really detailed if you want. But at the very least, the first time you're doing this, just go ahead, make some general ones for your top 2 or 3 campaigns, right? I definitely wouldn't want to do this at the account level because that's going to be too broad. And then of course you can always get more detailed from there. So thank you so much for watching. Sincerely hope you got some value out of this video. Most importantly, you're good to go with structured snippets. You have at least a couple of ideas for your campaigns. Make sure you check out that link in the cards and the description to the Google Ads playbook to help you set up all of your ad assets, and of course, a detailed audit to help you dive into how to make sure that you're optimizing your campaigns in a way that's bringing down your cost per clicks while increasing your conversions. So hit that like button, subscribe for more marketing guides just like this one, and until the next, keep building the business you love.